What's up guys? Today we're going to be showing you all the souvenirs we got from Ireland. Everything we brought back, food, clothing, little trinkets. We're going to get into it right now.
All right, before we get into it, I just want to explain a little bit behind why we were in Ireland. Of course, one, because it's a cool country and it was beautiful, so we're glad we went, but it was partly a graduation gift for me for graduating college for my family. And also it's because I have some ancestry there. I have this book in front of me. It says Descendants of Daniel Curry and Mary Blue Curry, 1778 to 1994. So I'm not even mentioned in this book, but basically just to give a quick synopsis, I have family dating back to 1778, Daniel Curry. They lived in Northern Ireland. I don't know what it was called at the time because I think it's before it was officially designated Northern Ireland. So you guys can leave in the comments some of the history behind that. But it has here their little rock building, which was their residence in Northern Ireland. And also they lived in Manister on Manister Road. The descendant of Daniel Curry, his son, also named Daniel Curry, came to the US. So his son was born in 1818 in Antrim County, and him and his wife left Ireland in 1849 and settled in Scotland, and then they left to Philadelphia in 1853 and finally settled in Nebraska in 1865. So that's some history there. You're mostly Polish, but you do have some Irish blood, right?
Just a little, but mainly Polish and a lot of other stuff.
First up, we have hats and scarves that we got throughout the trip, starting with these Guinness Dublin hats that we got at the Guinness Storehouse. So these are really cool. It's crazy to us because Guinness is older than our country's founding date. Only downside to these hats is you can tell they're made kind of cheaply because it's a little bit off. The bill and the design on the front of the cap is just, there's something about it that's off. I don't know if it's the bill or how it was printed.
It's not in the middle. It's sideways. The bill's like completely sideways the line.
That's not on Ireland though, that's on the Guinness Storehouse. These were definitely cheaply mass produced, so we still got it as a memento. We got some better items from there. Next up though are these other hats, which I really like and they feel like a lot better quality. These are both from the same place, right?
This was from a place called Seasons of Ireland, a little gift shop in Dublin.
So there's mine here, which says Republic of Ireland, Ireland Republic 1922, Emerald Isle. It says Ireland along the side of it. It looks really cool. And what is yours?
Mine says Ireland Celtic Nation. It says that in right here. And then it also has, I think yours has it too, the harp, the Guinness harp on the back of the clasp. These are definitely made way better than these ones.
Next up is some Shells merch, Shelbourne, Shells for short. And this is really awesome. We honestly didn't know what to expect from the quality of this Shells merch, but we got a beanie and a scarf after the game. Before I get into the clubhouse, I want to say that was a really great game. We got to catch Shells versus Sligo, and I thought Shells were going to destroy them, but it actually came out really close. It was 3-2, probably one of the best games we've been to in a while. That was our first football match or soccer game, depending on what you call it. The quality of these is actually pretty decent. I didn't know what to expect going in the clubhouse because it didn't have prices on anything, but it came out to a fair price and it was decent quality.
This is really thick and really nice material. It keeps you really warm.
Also, what's cool about this that I really like is I have a lot of family from Nebraska, so they all love the college football team, the Cornhuskers, and it's the same colorway. I think red and white is a really good colorway, and that's what the Cornhuskers are. So if I went to a family reunion in Nebraska, before I got close, they probably just think I'm wearing Cornhuskers merch. But awesome colorway, I really like it. That's one of the coolest memories we have from the trip for sure.
The coach was definitely urging them to win.
Yeah, he was super into it. And a lot of you guys commented that he is a legend in Irish football or Irish soccer, Damien Duff. On the topic of beanies and stuff to keep you warm during the winter, unfortunately it's summer right now, but this will come useful again at some point, is this awesome Ireland beanie that we got from Cliffs of Moher. So you spotted this, right?
Yeah, it's because it was so cold there and I was wearing a hat, but I was wearing a sweater and a jacket and I think a long sleeve, but Joey was only wearing a jacket with a short sleeve. So it was pretty cold, so he got a beanie from there. This is very, very thick, like a very thick beanie. Like it almost feels like you could wear this like in the snow.
This just really looks cool. This is probably my favorite piece of merch that we got. On the topic of Cliffs of Moher, I have to thank my mom for this one because she got it, but she donated it to me since it's really big. It's even big on me. I'm 5'9", and this is still a little big. It's a large, but it's a Cliffs of Moher jacket. It's actually pretty decent quality, so I'm pretty sure this was a little more expensive. I don't remember what they paid for it, but probably around 65, 70 bucks. It feels like good quality though. I don't know what these types of jackets are called, but they're really nice quality. Really sleek, black, and it just has the Cliffs of Moher logo right there. I like stuff like that because it's just small. It's not in your face graphic on the front. It's just cool.
And then since we're talking about clothing, I did get one shirt, which I'm wearing right now. It says Ireland right here and it has a logo, but it just has like a collar in the back. It is a little small. It's not small all right here, only maybe it's supposed to be like that where it doesn't go all the way down. All right, next up is food items. So we got some chips and candy, and we're gonna start with the big bag, which is O'Donnell's Irish Sea Salt. We got 2 of these. One is in our pantry, and then one is for my siblings and my parents to try. But these are really, really good. We love these so much.
That was definitely the snack of the trip.
Next up are Keogh's Shamrock and Sour Cream flavored chips. Crisps. These, we love this flavor. It's so good. And unfortunately, they don't have these ones at World Market. They have Guinness and I think blue cheese and cheese and onion. But these are so good. Next up is Cheetos Sweet and Spicy, and they're twisted. I've never seen these here in America, but I think they are in Mexico. I'm not sure, but these ones are made in the UK and we really loved these. I know they're not Irish, but since we don't have them here, we wanted to bring some back with us.
And that brings us to the point. I think the rest of the candy here is British, but we can't find it here, obviously. We do have Cadbury, which we have here, but I don't think we've ever seen these. Maybe this, I'm not sure, but definitely not both of these. But it's Cadbury Dairy Milk and Cadbury Dairy Milk Caramel. These were both super good. And then also Smarties. To be honest, we didn't really love these, but we wanted to share them with some friends. And it's mainly as a memento because here Smarties is something else. So it's just kind of a cool thing to see Smarties, and it's not what we're used to. That's the main reason we brought it back.
Yeah, for those who aren't in America, Smarties isn't chocolate here. It's more of like a little tart, kind of like chalky candy.
And that brings us to the last thing, hula hoops. This is salt and vinegar. This was one of our more liked flavors. We didn't care for some of them, but this one we thought was pretty good, and we just liked the name and the way it looked. We thought it looked kind of funny.
I did really like the beef hula hoops. I would have got those, but it was raining the last day, so like I think it was raining pretty hard, so we didn't go back to the store.
I wanted to say before somebody gets annoyed at us in the comments, we did grab a Tato's bag. It's in the other room because we're gonna give it to one of our friends so they know what the most Irish crisp is.
All right, next up are some paper items. So I'm gonna go with the bigger ones first. They're just 2 postcards, and I think it was for €1 or €2. It was pretty cheap, but I only grabbed 2 because we were already checking out and I just saw them behind us. And there was so many people right there in that section, so I just grabbed 2 real fast. All right, next up are our 2 tickets from the Cliffs of Moher tour. So we went on to a tour from Dublin to the Cliffs of Moher to Galway, all the way back to Dublin, which was an all-day thing. But when we got off the bus for Cliffs of Moher, they gave us these 2 tickets, and it basically just says Cliffs of Moher Experience.
That was a really cool day. Most of these things you can find videos on our channel of filming. So Guinness Storehouse, there's a video on that. The Shelbourne match, there's a video on that called Day in the Life in Dublin. But this tour we didn't want to record because it was an all-day thing and we just wanted to enjoy it. It was still a really awesome day.
The tour bus was really nice. I thought it was gonna be just like a normal city bus, which aren't that nice in here, but I didn't know how it was gonna be over there. We actually got a card from the guy that was like directing the tour, and it says their names on the back. It says your driver today was Steven and your guide today was Daniel.
Shout out to them.
All right, lastly for our paper items are our dart tickets from Dublin to Howth. We went on May 22nd.
Funny story about that, we did film that, you can check that out. It's called We Took a Train to Howth and Got Lost, beautiful scenery. And unfortunately, I made the mistake of pronouncing it Howth, and I thought it was obvious enough because I put text on the screen and then later on we started saying it right, but it wasn't. There was no shortage of comments saying, hey, it's not Howth, it's Howth. But now I know it's Howth, okay guys? You don't have to tell me a million times. I know it's Howth.
You also don't have to keep commenting, it's crisps, not chips. To us, it's chips. To you guys, it's crisps.
You gotta give us the pass, we're back in America now. Next up, we have the magnets that we got throughout the trip. So you pick out which one we wanna start with and then we'll see.
One of my favorites is this one. says Ireland, and it has a little shamrock, and then it has sheep on it. It's so cute. This was from Seasons of Ireland.
Moving on, this one catches my eye just because it's so different. Lauren picked this one out, and as you can tell, it's from Cliffs of Moher, like it says on it. It has this puffin on it, really cool.
Speaking of Cliffs of Moher, we did get 2 other ones. So we got this one, which kind of like pops out with the cliffs. And then the other one is Cliffs Moher Ireland and has a little puffin on it. I think this is a real picture.
Next up, we're gonna run through these because there's quite a bit. So this is really cool. I love it. This background with the Irish flag, the castle, and then it says Ireland at the bottom with the sheep popping out. Next up, another, can you guess? Ireland magnet. This one says Ireland on it, and it has your guys' country outline and the flag in it.
Next up is another magnet that says Ireland, and it has some images. I don't know what it is.
It's obviously a significant emblem. I'm not sure the meaning behind it.
It has the same on my shirt, but different colors, but the same symbols. And another magnet that just says Ireland, and it has all these cool stuff on it. And yes, we have a lot of magnets. Don't say anything. Next up is this magnet from the Guinness Storehouse. It says Guinness, and it has a little Guinness beer on it that pops out. It says the taste of Ireland.
Last is a magnet from Howth. It says Howth Harbor on it, Ireland at the bottom.
And then speaking of Howth, we actually, from that same gift shop, we got this coaster which says Howth Lighthouse. And it has a lighthouse. And then we did save one of these from one of the pubs. I don't know where, but it's just another coaster that we got at a pub, and it says Guinness.
Next up, we have shot glasses. We have 3 from Seasons of Ireland and this miniature glass set from Guinness. So we'll just go through these really quick because they're shot glasses. There's not much more to say, but Seasons of Ireland had a deal. I believe it was like 3 for 12 euros or something like that. First one is this cool one that says the Shamrock Ireland with a black finish and a green inside. So it gives it this cool green tint everywhere. I really love this. Just, I don't know, something about this is really sleek to me.
Next one is, I believe, from a different gift shop, like right next to Seasons of Ireland.
I totally forgot about that we went to a different one.
This one says Dublin, but it's gold on the inside. It's really nice.
And then of course we had to go with the flag colors. This one's a little more plain, but it says Ireland with the 3-leaf clover and green, white, and orange of the flag. So had to be patriotic there.
Last up is these from the Guinness Storehouse. They are miniature glass sets, 2 glasses, and it just basically says Guinness. I believe these were 10 euros.
This one's more of a boring item, but this is kind of the more miscellaneous stuff. It's not boring as in it's bad or anything, it's just a bag.
It's a tote bag and it's cute.
It is, but we got it for free with more than 35 euro purchase at Seasons of Ireland, so it's not really free, it's just we spent enough money to get it. We have 2 of them here, which means we win a few times. But yeah, it is really nice.
This is cute, like going to the beach and like having your stuff in here.
That's true, yeah.
It's cute.
It says Dublin on it.
All right, next up are these keychains from Seasons of Ireland. Only one of them we're keeping, but we love them both, so we're gonna have my brother pick which one he wants. Not sure if he's gonna watch this video, but we'll be there in a few days, so you can pick which keychain you want. And then we already got some stuff for my parents, my sister, my grandparents, friends, and we aren't gonna show that stuff in the video because we wanna surprise them with it.
Right, last up, I have one item here, but I'm gonna show another item because it kind of ties in, but this is another thing we got at the Cliffs of Moher gift shop. This is a Curry coat of arms hat pin, so I was happy to find my name. I'm pretty sure Curry's a pretty common name there. It seemed like we saw it quite a few times and people we asked, it was pretty common, but I really like this. Just seeing your last name as a coat of arms hat pin, it's just really cool. Really small memento here. We actually looked up our names in this book they had there at Cliffs of Moher. I found Curry pretty fast, but you couldn't find your last name. You could only find it pluralized.
Yeah, I found it with an S, which isn't my last name, so yeah.
But this also kind of ties in because I know you guys would be like, that's not even our money, but we got pounds, 10 pounds, so any Americans would be like, Dang, you guys ate a lot. But no, we got pounds as in the currency, which in the Republic of Ireland, you guys use euros, obviously, but we went to Northern Ireland, and as a souvenir from Northern Ireland, we took out some money from an ATM. So Northern Ireland's part of the UK, for anybody that doesn't know. Probably you guys all know, but this is 5 pounds. And the reason we went to Northern Ireland is because, for one, to say we went into Northern Ireland and the UK since part of it, and then also we wanted to go to Antrim, like I said at the start of the video, where my family's from, that county Antrim. And a funny story there is we went to this small little town called Crumlin, and my mom ordered an iced tea, and the server, I guess didn't want to say that, he didn't know what that was at first, so he went back, then came back to our table a little bit embarrassed with all of the rest of our drinks except hers and said, "I'm sorry, but can you explain to me what an iced tea is? Like, do you just want ice in the tea?" And so he did not know what it was. My mom ended up just ordering something else, but I think people in Dublin know what it is, and other bigger cities, probably Belfast, but in Crumlin, they didn't know what iced tea was. He thought for some reason we wanted tea poured out of the kettle steaming hot and then just throw some ice in there and make it lukewarm. So I didn't know that they didn't know what iced tea was, but Crumlin was a cool little town that we got to go to.
It feels really weird. Oh my.
We have a comparison here, the $5 bill versus the 5 pound note.
Dang, ours is long.
I didn't realize how much stuff we had until we brought it up for this video. I thought this was gonna be like a 5-minute video, but now I think it's gonna be more like 15, 25. So.
No wonder my suitcase was super heavy and so hard to shut. I didn't even think we had that much stuff.
We were scared on the flight back. There's a policy, I think, that's for checked bags, it needs to be under 50 pounds, and our suitcase going there was 37, I believe, and coming back it was 48 pounds. So we barely missed the mark for getting told it was too much. That's how much stuff we brought and how lazily we packed coming back.
We also got 2 blankets from our flight to Ireland, but we didn't show that because it's not from Ireland. It's just...
we have one right here.
Yeah, and then we have another one that's blue. Another thing we got on the full trip was I got something from Texas, but it was just a head, the pillow for the airplane.
The neck pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just freaked out at how much souvenir stuff we got. I really didn't think we had that much, but we hope you guys enjoyed this video. We loved your beautiful country. We're gonna start transitioning back into American content, but we do have one more video that's kind of European Ireland based. It's gonna be us talking about things that kind of weirded us out. And I don't know if you guys use weird in the same way that we do. We use it very loosely here. It just means kind of like, of course it means strange, unusual, but I think some people got a little bit annoyed at us when we said weird about something, but we use it very loosely. Like it's not, doesn't mean it's bad, it just means like out of the ordinary. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you saw some cool stuff. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.